Rightio. Okay, so this is a lovely Ford Courier van, which is basically a Ford Connect van, isn't it? And it's gorgeous. You've got these things that do this. I don't know what that does. What's it do? You have to push it or something. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Fuck off. It does work. Surely. Yeah! Yeah. It works. You just do that. And that makes it go. A bit of grease on there, you know. It's a bit stiff, isn't it? Right, so there we go. That goes on there like that. So you can open the doors wider. That one there does the same. Sounds a little bit like my wallet. Want a bit of grease on that, I'll do that. I've got a new one of those. Number plate's not the nicest, could do with a nice new one. There's a few scuffs here and there, but look at it. It's a 68 plate, 70 something thousand mile Transit. Now listen to this engine, please, for the love of God, listen to the engine. Can you hear it? It runs and drives beautifully. It really genuinely does. But that doesn't mean it's brand new. It doesn't mean that I'm going to guarantee it for the rest of its life. Okay, it's been, unfortunately, in an accident and somebody has repaired it. Now, I can see some things that make me not so worried. Like, there's the leg and it's not bent. There's no obvious signs of damage. I've had it on the Ram and those legs aren't bent there either. Okay, but what I have seen is it's had a new oil cooler. There is the oil cooler. If you don't know what one of those is, that's fine. An oil cooler cools the oil using water through the water system. On Fords, it's very, very common for those oil coolers to fail. And when they fail, they put oil in there, which is the water system. And what that means is you have to put a new oil cooler on it and flush out your water system. Okay, so someone's put an oil cooler on. They've attempted to flush out the system, but they haven't been very successful. So there's still some oil in there. I've got a cleaner in it at the moment. It's running on that cleaner. We're going to drain it and flush out again and put some antifreeze in it. But it will still have some remnants of oil in it because you can never get it gone. But it does not frigging mean the engine's knackered. There is nothing to say that the engine's knackered. It runs and drives lovely. Come and rev it. Bring the AA. Bring the RAC. Bring a Ford mechanic. In fact, phone them at Ford mechanic and ask them to explain the symptoms of an oil cooler and whether or not it's an issue. And they will tell you. So you can see the damage it had on the wing. They haven't replaced that. And we've got some water in there, some condensation, which is as common as anything these days. But look, it's 68 plate Transit Courier Connect. Okay, we're going to go for a drive. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Okay, let's get another picture of it. Tyres are great. It had an MOT and we did the MOT on it here about 2 months ago or a month ago. Absolutely fine. I had to fit seatbelt pretensioners to it to get it through its MOT because when it's had an accident, the seatbelt pretensioners have obviously gone and blown and to hold the person in, and that then has triggered the airbag light on, and it wouldn't pass an MOT with an airbag light on. So I had to replace these trigger sensors off of another van I've got, so I could get the airbag light out, so I could take it for an MOT so it could pass, but I've had to put them back and swap them over. So you don't need to buy them, because unless you want the airbag to work, I suppose. I mean, if you don't want the airbag to work, then this van is perfect. It might even work, but the only way you're going to find out is driving it into a wall. But if you do want the airbags to work, or stand a better chance of working in the event that you drive it into a tree or a wall, then you're probably going to need to address that. But if you're like me and you don't care because you were born in 1970 and you just know when you have an accident, you hold on to the steering wheel and don't hit screen, and if you do, you just sort of say, well, okay, and you rub some dirt in your wounds and you just go to work the next day. But anyway, if you don't want an airbag, then fine. This is fine. You'll just ignore it. You know, bring it back to me next year for an MOT. I'm sure I can find a way around it by doing what I did last time. Some people might say it's naughty. I don't really care. It isn't naughty. It's fine. Right, so we're going to go... Oh, there's a little crack there. Tiny. You can't even see it. So we are going to go for a drive. I need to find my son. Charlie, I need you, son. I need your help, sunshine. Come and get in the van. Can you come and get in the van? My son's going to get in the van with me and we're going to go for a drive. And then I'm doing a video, it's currently recording. Right, I need you to video me driving this because you can't hold your phone and drive anymore because the fucking world's gone crazy. Put your seatbelt on. Right, okay, so...
I just got to point it out the window.
Well, you just point it at me, the window, the steering wheel, so people can see us drive. And
there you go, got all of you there.
Oh, don't show all of me, son. do my hair and everything. Right, so have we got a stereo that works? Yes, we have. And it will connect, apparently, Bluetooth to your phone. Here we go. Right, off we go. Full, flat out. Is there any smoke? No, there isn't. Why? Because there's fucking nothing wrong with the engine. There is nothing wrong with this engine. But I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm telling you now. The selling of cars is crazy. How can you guarantee? It's £5,000, this car. £5,000. We make on a £5,000 car, if we're lucky, 400-500 quid profit. I'm not guaranteeing the engine, period. Or the gearbox, or the wheel bearings, or the fucking central locking, or the electric windows. If you don't want it, don't buy it. It's as simple as that. If you can't see the value in it, fine. But I'm not guaranteeing it. It's not happening. Come and drive it like this. You can drive it as fast as you want. Look, I'm doing 50. That was a lie. It was only 20. I'm only doing 20 just in case somebody sees the video and tries to make out that I'm speeding. I'm doing 20, sorry, 24 maybe. But there you go. There's no smoke. Go through the wing mirror, Charlie, and show there's no smoke. There's no smoke. Nothing. It's lovely. I've been home in it half a dozen times. I live miles away from here. I don't wish to sound like a moody pants, but I am sick to death. I'm sick to the hind teeth of selling vehicles at ridiculously low prices and people treating me particularly as if I'm ripping them off or having to cover things like, oh, my central locking doesn't work or my electric... It's not a new car. It's second hand. We're going to go now. Fuck you. Right, it's a second hand car. We don't cover that. It's not happening. It's ridiculous. I mean, I haven't had anybody really do it, to be honest with you. So I don't really know why I'm moaning. I don't know what they're doing, Charlie. I think they're learning. It's all right, don't say thank you. Anyway, maybe I've got a chip on my shoulder about it. Possibly, I don't know, but I'm just tired of it. I've had enough. I'm throwing in the towel. But I'm telling people straight, as nicely as possible, I'll help anybody, and I genuinely do. I do it for free most of the time. Anybody that knows me will tell you the same. But I am not giving a flipping warranty on a £5,000 van. It's just not happening. So you can drive it like a bell end for 3 months and expect me to put a turbo on it or a friggin' injector in it. It's not happening.
Which does actually happen.
Yeah, it does. Like, I watch people I've sold cars to and I'm sitting on the A55 at 70 mile an hour and they come past me like I'm going backwards. And then 3 weeks later they go, oh, I've got a problem with my car. The clutch seems to be is there any wonder? And then I end up putting a clutch in it, which costs me, even with owning the garage, with the wages and the clutch, cost me 200 or 300 quid.
And then they don't even appreciate it.
No, they don't. They don't appreciate it. I'm like, freaking, I've had enough. I'm not freaking doing this no more. So I'm just going to tell people straight. That's what I've decided to do. That's why I'm doing this video. If you want to come and drive it here and belt it up the road to make sure I'm not lying and I haven't sold you something that's a dog, I haven't got an issue with that. You can come and rev it. You can have it on the ramp. You can bring the RAC, the AA. I don't care. You can bring your best friend's mechanic, Formula 1 team if you want. I genuinely have nothing to hide. I do not care. You can plug the diagnostics in to see if there's any fault codes. Anything you want to do, you can do to make sure you're happy. But after you've paid me, unless you're coming back to tell me how wonderful the vehicle is, or buy another, I don't particularly want to see you again. No offence, but that's the end of the deal. It's done. If you can't see the value in that, that's absolutely fine. I'll move on to the next person. You move on to the next garage. But I am straight as a die. I've decided to do it this way, and I'm gonna see how it goes. If it doesn't work by being straight with people, then I'll go back to the old way of doing car sales, where you actually say, yeah, everything's covered, don't worry, it's not a problem, and then you lie. And then when someone does have a problem, you go, well, you know, Pluto wasn't facing Mars when you had a fault, so it's not covered, sorry. Or you have all of this shit, which actually I don't have, but because I end up fixing it for fucking, oh my God, it's got auto lights. It hasn't. Has it got auto lights? Well, it must have, mustn't it? Did the light with the lights on? I didn't notice. Maybe it's got auto lights, I'm not sure. But it's definitely got hand controls on here. All right, son, thank you. No, don't stop, I've got other shit to show them. Right, how long is this video now? 11 bloody minutes. It's going to take about 4 weeks for it to upload on our YouTube. It takes for fucking ever. Right, okay, so we'll go underneath and we'll have a look at the underneath. I think I saw one of these on eBay, which was a 68 plate with about 102,000 miles. It was accident damaged and it hadn't even been repaired. It had a snotter up the back end and the guy wanted £4.5 grand for it, and he probably got it. Because what are these? If these are straight with this mileage, I think they're like 8 grand or 7 grand. I'm not sure, I'd have to check. So, you know, we're selling it for 5 grand with what, 10 months ticket on it. And I'm telling you, you come down, I bet you haven't heard a word I've said because of that fucking ram. But if you come down and drive, that's not out of this, that's out of a Citroen. If you come down and drive this, the first person to drive it will buy it. Right, okay, so what we're looking at, all of this looks normal. We've even got a bloody spare wheel, I don't believe it, that's a rarity. Continental tyre on there. What we got on here? Faulkner on there. Exhaust pipe rusty, that's as common as shit. There's nothing going on there. There's no bent chassis. There's no bent struts. There's no bent drop links. There's no bent wishbones. We've got no oil leak coming from the engine. It's absolutely bone dry. Start the motor there. There's nothing coming off the back. The same with the front. The DPF is intact by the looks of it. We've got no gearbox oil leaks. We've got no radiator water leaks. The leg is straight. The leg there is straight, look. The boost tank is intact. What we got on here tyre wise? Alpine, is it? There's a bloody budget, that'll do.